For more on this, let's bring in Mirette Mabrouk. She's a Senior Fellow and Founding Director of the Egypt and Horn of Africa program at the Middle East Institute. Great to have you on the program today. It is a bit unclear, as we just heard, whether or not Hamas will attend these talks. So how far can a deal go if Hamas isn't at the table?
Well, I think the question is how far can a deal go if both parties aren't committed? Because both Hamas and Israel have been at the table before, and so far we've had one failure after another. I think what needs to happen is that both sides need to be aware that this is really the end of the line, and that they do need to negotiate. And what Hamas has said is, apart from the strike that took out 100 people at a school, what Hamas has said is it wants to it doesn't want any new conditions to keep being added. It wants to go back to the conditions that were set in the solution that President Biden had set back in May, and it doesn't want to keep having new conditions added. But I really do think that the biggest problem is I'm not sure that both sides think that this is the end of the line. They need to sit down and get on with it.
And of course, the US is quite keen to get this ceasefire reached and bolstering its presence in the region in the meantime. What does this say about the kind of attack Israel is expecting, either from Iran or Hezbollah or both?
Well, I think the thing is, Israel is not sure what kind of attack it's going to see. It is unlikely that Iran would retaliate in a massively overt way, inviting more death and destruction, if you like. The last time Iran had to retaliate because of an Israeli extrajudicial killing, it sent in thousands of drones that were very, very low tech and were very, very easily stopped. So it was really just a matter of, signaling that they were retaliating. This time, of course, it's different. So they are expecting something more, but it's probably unlikely that there will be a huge retaliation. But having said that, again, nobody really knows. And that's why everybody is scrambling to try and prevent them doing whatever it is they might be about to do.
Some in the Israeli establishment think a preemptive strike on either either Iranians or Hezbollah on a larger scale is the way to solve this problem. How would further aggression solve what's already teetering on the edge of an all-out war at this point?
Well, we are currently teetering because of several preemptive Israeli strikes. So I think that more Israeli preemptive strikes would, would be disastrous. I don't, because I think the Iranians and Hezbollah, neither of whom particularly want to get involved in an all-out tussle. This is not to say that there's anything particularly friendly about them, far from it, but they really, really don't want an all-out war. It isn't in their interests.
Is the fear also that Israel isn't quite aware of the capacity of Iran and Hezbollah in terms of their arsenal and weaponry? Could a potential attack, if coordinated especially, be more sophisticated than Israel is expecting?
It could be. No one knows. I think what's clear is that Israel is really depending on much of the West, and specifically the United States, to protect it and to have its back if anything happens. I mean, Israel can say that it is ready for everything, but I mean, it's been embroiled for, almost 11 months in the conflict in Gaza. It's fighting on northern Lebanon. Israel has a lot on its hands. So it is expecting that support. And I would hesitate to say that it is entirely ready for whatever comes. I don't think anyone would be, because nobody knows what's coming.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Mirette Mabrouk, really appreciate your time.